Okay, let me just get everything squared away with our internet. And cool, we are live, guys. Sorry if there's any internet glitches or whatever, but we should be good to go. Shout out if you guys can hear me. And what is up, guys? It's Micro Mondays time. Let's go. How's everybody tonight? Hope you guys had a great weekend, full of wrenching or crawling. Any comps? Go ahead and shout it down in the comments what you guys were up to this weekend. Or if not this weekend, what'd you guys do last week? Before we begin, alright, loud and clear. Everybody says we are loud and clear. Appreciate everybody joining. As always, the usuals, RC Freak 707, J-Jax RC, Fabworks RC, Northwest Chassis Works in the house, Burner, SoCal Crawler. Let's go, VRRC fam. Appreciate you guys. Tyler Silva. Send me a DM. If I have not responded to your DM, I will make sure I get back to you tonight. I'm catching up on all the DMs from over the weekend, so appreciate you. Hit me up, though. Send me a message, and we'll get you locked in. But let's see what everybody's up to. Zero crawling lately for 5-Speed Nick. I know the feeling. Sometimes it gets busy. Here we go. We got Dirt McGirt in the house. We got a couple of topics we want to get covered tonight. So let me invite him over here. But we got some big news, guys. A first for the micro industry. What is up, Mark?
Yo.
Welcome, brother. Happy Micro Mondays to you. See, you got the whole gang with you.
Oh, it's a family portrait tonight.
That's right. Family portrait for sure. We will get to some headliners right now, guys. So let's go on and get into it. First off, thanks again for joining. We got the micro first for 2023. It's definitely a welcomed innovation, and it's by none other than our guys over at NSDRC. I don't have one on me yet, guys, but if you guys know NSDRC, they are known in the micro game and as well as the whole RC industry for their super strong, powerful, affordable servos. And for the micros, they have the RS100 servo, and they also have a few accessories now. As we can see, we have the aluminum metal mount, servo mount. We have an aluminum servo horn from them, and we even have one of the firsts also from last year, which was the Micro BEC. I think that's been a little bit more than a year that they came out with it, but the Micro BEC, guys. And if you haven't tried out one of these servos, they're super strong. The newest version of the RS100 pumps out at least 160 ounces at 8.4 volts. So you can really feel the power with these, but the big news isn't about these ones just yet. We are talking about the RS40, guys. It is the Nano Winch for your favorite 124th, 118 micro platforms. So, such as an SCX24, TRX4M, Enduro 24, FCX, all those cool size micros. We now have from NSDRC a little nano winch that actually can fit, just about right here, and some perfect little area, or if you get creative, any other areas that don't, get in the way of it. But let's get into the specs. So not only is it tiny, it's still powerful from NSDRC. The specs, I don't know exactly the dimensions. I should have got the dimensions of that, but definitely about a quarter's width, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe even smaller than that. But for most of us, we're running our BECs around 7.4 or 8.4. So you're getting 34 ounce and 41 ounce respectively for the little winch. Now that's enough to pull, up to 2.2 pounds, which is pretty good for me. These things, we starting to build them lightweight, under a pound, so plenty of power. Definitely, it's same quality. You guys come to know the RS100, which is going to be an aluminum case, steel gears, and the weight, guys, it's definitely a perfect little balance to, say your forward weight setups, like if you have a motor sitting up front and, you have a battery and maybe like a receiver, you just need that extra little bit of weight to kind of balance it. Well, it's only 10 grams, guys. It's only going to be 10 grams, which is super light. And, the imagination is up to you, how you're going to mount it and stuff like that. They also have the winch line hook and, mounts sold separately. So we're looking forward to seeing aftermarket companies make mounts and stuff like that for these little guys. And we'll get into our next guy right after this. There's already a few mounts available, guys, but Mark, what do you think about that RS40, man? First little nano winch. It's not micro, guys. It's even smaller than this. So how crazy is that? What do you think?
Yeah, Nano Winch, man. That's it's a game changer for especially with all the comp stuff that's going to happen now with all the micro stuff.
True that.
Or just screwing around for that matter.
Yeah,
Scale, full
that
videos,
is dope.
Yeah. When are they actually available?
So right now, guys, you can head over to the site and pre-order one. They're probably looking. I'm not sure on the ETA, but if you guys happen to know, usually when a pre-order happens, that means the actual shipping date is within a couple weeks, if not sooner. But definitely a first and super sick. Oh, looks like the dimensions for that Cycle Garage was kindful enough to share. 17 millimeters by 10 by 20 millimeters. So it's definitely like as small as a little 120 milliamp Galaxy LiPo, but probably slimmer. So pretty insane. It's definitely unreal. Northwest Chassis Works shouting out possibly this week. So if you guys haven't got your pre-orders in, okay, Cycle Garage coming in clutch. Pre-orders are expected to begin shipping February 16th, so that is definitely this week, guys. Thank you for shouting that out, those details. Definitely get your pre-orders in before they sell out. This is the first of its kind, so you saw it from NSDRC first. Shout out to them. They're always bringing out stuff for the little guys, paying attention. Not only is all the way up to SCX 6, but now we got a little winch for the SCX 24s and TRX 418s. And coming into like winch mounts and stuff, we'll hop into the next topic. Northwest Chassis Works in the house, guys. He is on too. And right now I have his Bully carbon fiber chassis in my hand. So this is the older version. However, his newer version, guys, which he has open also pre-orders for the carbon fiber version. Titanium versions, I believe, are ready to go. So if you guys don't mind skipping out on a carbon fiber, you can pick yourself up a titanium new version bully. And what is the new version bully? It's basically around this area on the chassis rails. It has integrated holes to perfectly mount the NSDRC RS40 Nano winch. So if you guys have an existing bully, he also sells the adapter plates separately for the existing bullies. And not only does that, he have those in titanium available right now, or possibly he has them for stock SCX24 and even the TRX4M. So head over to his site right now too. You can pick those up before they sell out. And guys, this is very exciting. But
and the colored carbon fiber too.
Yeah, guys, you guys are looking for some. I personally like the stealth look, but I also have the Northwest Chassis Works Pitbull, which we get our party on all the time in. But if you guys are looking for like a colorful vibe too, I've seen a whole bunch of cool G speeds and merges, IERC merges. They're all coming out sick, colored carbon weaves. So Northwest Chassis Works, you guys heard it right. He's coming out with the purple and that red gloss carbon. It's on the pre-order right now, guys. So if you guys want to bling out your bully, purple or red, definitely fire. So shout out Travis, if you're watching, brother. You guys will see more bully action from me coming soon. I just need to put a receiver in, which is no biggie. But I do need a new body. The blue bug. I think it was rest in peace. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then let's see. We got a whole bunch of people excited for the RS40 for sure. And then we do got a Mazz designs update. He posted today a next gen chassis coming soon. Well, actually, it's live right now, guys. Sorry about that. He also has the cheat code V2. We got to check out what is new and what's different in that. But a lot of guys have been wondering when the restock of the cheat code is coming back. And looks like Mazz Designs is back, not only with the restock, but with the whole new V2. So you guys get a V2 go on there. And let us know, man. Let us know what you guys think of the V2. We'll have to check it out in person probably next week or something like that, too. So Mazz Designs, man, it's coming in with a stealth drop, guys. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
I've been driving the Mazz. He says it's a complete redesign. Still have the Mazz cheat code over here. Mazz's V2. It's definitely a complete redesign. Well, do you have one built up, Mark?
It's still like, it's a cheat code.
Yeah. I can give you guys a preview of it, but I'm not going to go over it too much right now, guys. This is just the early version. Here's a V2 cheat code for you guys in person. It's a little bit different, and
I have mine stripped down in the middle of redoing some stuff for it.
That's what I'm saying. And once we get it all set up, but
Yeah,
definitely, I guess I can point out a couple main updates.
I mean,
Let's see.
the rails right off the bat should show most everything you need to know there compared to the old one or the V1, whatever we're gonna call it.
Here's the rails, guys. V2. I think the noticeable what Mark is saying is that he also has this cut off from the original version to allow for more clearance, especially with the straight links too. Pretty seamless transition. And there you go.
That's like literally the first prototype.
Yeah. Looks like the shock towers are a little bit added a couple more holes to the front on both sides.
They're taller,
like in the back
too, so it sits shorter or sits lower.
Sits a little bit lower. And the main design
here.
You guys can't tell from here, but a little bit updated skid with a new feature from Mazz. It's a optional +3 millimeter forward. You can slide the whole skid plate forward 3 millimeters
there,
or keep it in the stock position.
And the sliders go over it just the same, no big deal. So well thought out. You do have to make custom links if you want to do that forward bias, but it moves the motor and everything's super forward, so you can run a lot. You don't have to weight it down a lot, and you still get a bunch of forward weight. Pretty sick.
Yeah, we'll definitely get more into it. Mark and I both have it in the forward setup.
Yeah, I dig it. I just wanted to redo some stuff, and I didn't finish
me too.
It over the weekend. So, but yeah, now I got more of an idea of where I would go when I get the full chassis versus the 3D printed stuff. But yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, it will definitely sit your body differently.
Oh, that's another thing on the skid too.
So it's a big warning if you're going to plan to use the +3 setup. It's going to shift everything. It's going to make your stock stuff out of whack.
Yeah.
So expect to use a complete fresh setup, and I recommend hitting me up and we put you with the proper link setup. That'll kind of make sure that when you do shift it forward, you get the maximum performance, because shifting it forward right now as is with the stock cheat code links that I personally offer, you're just shifting everything forward, but you're not getting the benefit of the forward skid.
Yeah.
Unless you shorten the front links and then lengthen the rear links. So if you guys do plan to do the forward skid setup, hit me up. I'm about to throw that on later.
Be ready
to
do some custom drive shafts too.
Exactly. So
another thing
it's a
with
cool
the
little
skid
innovation
is the
angle.
It's threaded at an angle, so there's no binding whatsoever. It's just super smooth. And
skid is nice and open.
I chose straight front links because of how low it sits to begin with. I didn't think personally I would need. I mean, it's going to sit like this, basically. Yeah, I mean, look how...
And even with high clearance, you still get all that. So it's good for both setups, pretty much.
Yeah, so... And then I chose portals too, so I already got mad clearance to begin with.
Yeah, so shout out Mazz Designs.
Yes, sir.
We'll have to get them on next week or something like that, but they're live right now, guys. Can't go wrong with any of these. The Killer. Oh, and then next we got the Killer. So speaking of the skids, We have the killer chassis. This is the original version Spectre skid with set ways for, a lot of the people who want to run a flat skid. Definitely a nice design. Now it's also improved with the V2. I don't have the V2 on me, but as you can tell, a little bit more squared and rigid design on this version, and the V2 version is nice and rounded, contoured, beveled, and all that stuff. So you'll definitely get a lot more, hopefully, clearance benefits, especially with the Z-Link setup and stuff like that. You're already clear to go. And then not only is you get the beveled updates, but you also get an extra additional set of holes that you're able to flip the transmission 180 degrees without removing the skid. So we've seen it in a few setups from a few companies, so that's cool. And an updated setup like that, it's always welcome. It just makes things much more quicker and easier for tuning how you want it. And they are backwards compatible, guys. So if you have an original Spectre setup, let me see if I can take mine off. Probably not, but if you have an original Spectre, they are backwards compatible. Feel free to grab one and throw that in. And I think if he has an updated skid, all I can assume is stuff is probably getting updated as well. So, only time will tell. I'm going to call it right now, but don't believe me, guys. Maybe a V2s? I don't know. V2 Spectres? Everybody's pushing the game, guys. So everybody's on the wave. Let's see.
I want to say thank you to all the OGs who join every week. Last week showed that people will watch if there's free shit. We're back at our normal 30-ish people watching range tonight.
Oh, so yeah, we were talking about that. That was crazy.
We hit like 100 plus.
While it is crazy, it was definitely a lot of non-followers still. And, part of the rules, you got to follow some of the people. But thankfully, there was a lot of people that won that were pretty much OGs.
Right.
So hope you guys had a blast last week. That was super fun.
Yeah, so I forgot your name there. Got his Cal RC map already, so that's cool. Who was that? That was way back there at the beginning of the show. There it is. Oh boy.
Right. Bulldogs is shopping axles right now. Bulldogs Farm.
There it is. Congrats on that, brother. Fuck yeah.
I'm thinking you're shopping axles for your bully Bulldogs. I personally like the bully on some straight axles, and especially if it's going to be paired up with the RS40. You still got some LCG, but if you get stuck, then you got the RS40 pull you up. I think it would look pretty cool. But I think I've seen a bully on Portals. That was I think VR Fam. He's got one. That one's insane. He's putting in work. He's tuning his right now. So Portals, you can get the trio Portals. They actually have the CVDs included now in them. Or the MEUS ones, the MEUS Portals, those are definitely one of my favorites too. I don't have the CVDs and the trios, but I do know that the MEUS, you will get crazy steering.
Yeah. That really livens those axles up, man. That and doing the brass boxes, portal boxes, along with the CVD upgrade. You're still like half the price of the trio portal.
You guys have been looking,
and they're not
huh?
crazy wide.
That Works and Stan are looking, they're peeking for new parts in my screen. No, just kidding. What's this? Oh, maybe you'll see. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. This is just my carbon inspector. But is it a V2? We'll never know. Everybody's saying MEUS portal's in there for the lightweight build and amazing steering.
NorCal people hit up RCASO April 9th, micro crawl.
Oh, okay. Definitely. Gotta see more crawls at RC Yasso. DM him, but shout it out. Where at in NorCal, I guess. Everybody was kind of curious.
Oh, no, I didn't say.
Let's hop over to another company. It's been crazy lately, too. A lot of people are asking me, like, yo, what chassis is that? Or what you running under there? And what is that stuff? Because they're seeing some of the lines that I was pulling. And, you know, a lot of the trucks that tried similar lines, they were getting high-centered. And this one is the one that just keeps all tires on the rocks, whether you're going over huge boulders or whatever. It's kind of crazy. But guys, this one, now I can say this one is that MEUS chassis, calling it the high-low. And this thing was crazy. I didn't get a lot of the stuff they included and what they're selling it for. But guys, they are including links, drive shafts, sliders, mag mounts, freaking a whole bunch of stuff for like $35.
Yeah, it's wild. When you sent that leak, when you said everything, I was like, thinking skid, sliders, braces, mounts, whatever. But it's like literally everything, like links.
When they included the links and the drive shaft, you're like, what the?
Yeah, drive shafts. I knew there's something else random. Yeah, all for $35. Crazy.
Yeah, so check out mine, guys. Again, it's another early version, so I didn't get the sliders. I did get some braces and some mounts. However, I didn't use the mounts because we got to try our RC Steve. I didn't use the links. They gave me the links, but I didn't use the links. So here's kind of how it looks like. As you guys, I also did not come with the skid, so I used a flat skid, which really kind of sets it off. So this is always, I love our killers, our bullies, and our cheat codes, right? I haven't tried an Enduro one personally, but this MEUS one, if I'm gonna go for over the seas chassis, this one all day. This one slays lines. So the reason why it kind of looks different, guys, if you haven't seen this style of link geometry, is that, hold on, let me see what everybody's saying. Make sure. All right, you guys got yours? Yep, $35. Stan in the house, showing love. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, this one is different, guys. So they make their links. They want you to have the links coming this way. These are the RC Steve links. But basically because we have an 8-degree skid and we have a super short front end in the chassis. So it kind of resembles like a geometry of a layout, say of like a brazen scale high-low, or like a corrupt carbon works, kind of like, I don't know what those ones are. I haven't seen those in person, but I've been looking at some of their link geometries for the 110, and they also have this style geometry. So what makes it different is that you have that extreme breakover of the stock, of the skid angle at 8 degrees, and with a super long rear end, such as like a deadbolt length, you would get under full compression, extreme clearance. So you get that extra little bump. So for me, when you're climbing vertically and you're compressing, look at all that extra. What do you think about that, Mark? Isn't that insane?
Yeah. I might have to try that for
Something different.
$35.
Yeah. Yeah. Already the drive shaft is way tucked because the transmission is tilted, so the output shaft on the transmission is going to be pointing up. And the way I set it up, make sure that the drive shaft points up too. So, I've tried it the other way, like a regular high clearance setup, and I tend to get a little hung up more than this setup. So they definitely did their homework. I did mine a little differently with a clean little 050 home setup combo, BR 55 stock trans. Still have to clean up the wiring, but I'll probably put the receiver right there, make some aluminum sliders. Something basic, guys. There's no extra weights besides this and the knuckles and the inner rings. And for a hard body, definitely happy how it performs. You guys take a look at the
that
wheels.
interior's off your Blue Bug?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just sacrificed it off the Blue Bug. I had to take off the roll cage to make it fit. There's already a roll cage molded in the body, so you could essentially paint it.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
And it's the same wheelbase?
Same wheelbase. It's actually a little bit longer because it has a longer snout nose,
Okay.
and this has a lot of chunk to it. So I was gonna try and trim it down as you can see, but I just ended up leaving it alone. Put some yellow headlights from FMS Katana or LC80.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just a quick ghetto mag mount in the front, and then kind of like a hinge setup in the back on this MEUS setup. So I took some 12mm screws, just put them through here, kind of hooked it underneath this brace, and then it literally just magnets right on the front, and we're good to go. Never had a problem, never fell off during the comps. So a lot of people also ask, damn, how do you get your magnets on there? I'm like, I don't know. Somehow I just get it on there. That Beetle body is from, straight axles too. It kind of acts like a portal axle in the back, like a mullet build with all that clearance. So definitely something to guys check out. The MEUS chassis.
You gonna paint that bad boy or what?
Yeah, now that I have it like this, kind of like the white look on it in a sense, but I don't know. I'll definitely paint it up. This is just a primered look, but I do like the slime balls sticker, so I'll make sure to throw that one back on there. What would you paint it?
I don't know. That's what I was asking. I think maybe a two-tone, like a nod to the Volkswagens of that era. I don't know. You go different ways. You do 70
Burner
style, fucking make it look like a bowling ball.
Burner said he had to trim his down. I was like, dude, I made mine fit. That servo fits perfectly. I also found some good screws. I forgot where I found them, but look at those screws, Mark.
Oh, I remember you showed us those. Where did you find those?
I don't know. I think at the hardware store.
Yeah, okay.
So, flush screws, guys. You get those bodies super close. You want to get the murder bug? I think I crushed it over the weekend, man. I was sad. I stepped on it. I have to do surgery. You don't want to see it.
I kind of do now you brought it up.
Dude, it's bad, man. All right, I'm sad. Here you go.
Yeah. Now it's definitely
gone.
murdered bug.
Yeah, I'm gonna glue it back together. But that was a big accident. I don't know how that happened. Wow. I know. So that's why I'm like, man, now I just have these hard bodies. But let's get into the hard bodies now that I'm talking about hard bodies.
Oh, I was going to ask you, dude, that crawl, you have the TRX 80 series out there.
Oh,
just fucking crushing lines of that thing.
Let's bust it out real quick.
Yeah.
I think I haven't got to show you guys too much the final sort of setup on it, but here it is right here.
Now that thing's screaming for the winch.
Yes, exactly. I have a spot for it, and it'll fit and underneath the interior, thankfully, too. So I'm like super happy.
Sick. Oh, yeah.
So, guys, check it out. We'll have this dude here chilling with us. But
I think that build right there is finally going to convince me to at least try and get a TRX, even though they're impossible to find now.
No way, bro. My local hobby shop has a mountain.
Oh, really?
Full. Yeah, right in the front.
I guess I got to send you money then.
Yeah, come through. PCH Hobbies. You guys are watching this. They got Broncos and Defenders. Let's take a look at this Traxxas LC80 though. So, first of all, this is from the FMS or Easy RC or Rock Hobby companies, right? There's 3 ways you can get this body, 4 ways. You can buy the body all separately, or you can get the RTR, which back in the day we had the FMS Land Cruiser and we drove it one time and just been gathering dust. Then the TRX 4M came out, and little did we know it was perfect for the width of the TRX 4M axles and perfect wheelbase for the stock TRX 4M wheelbase. And you know, if you guys haven't drove the TRX 4M yet, Mark, you will be tripping out on how that suspension moves.
I haven't even seen one in person yet.
Just driving one stock, you'll be like, what? I thought this thing would flip over. So imagine just a couple mods in here. So some mods that I've done. Got the shameless plug, the RCS Traxxas links. No steering links yet, but Flub RC has some cool rod ends that I'm going to give an attempt on. We have stock axles and stuff, but we do have some Trio brass stiff cover in the front, NSDRC 100, and the whole flub combo, which is the sliders, shock towers, and the ESC tray. I'll pop it off real quick. We have a Holmes Hobbies 180, 87 turn motor in there. Another BR Mini, little micro receiver, and tucked away over here, which I probably have to move it if I'm going to put the winch, or maybe I'll put the winch in the back. I don't know, to get creative. Little My Trick RC light kit And, you know, this whole body, I had to trim it, slice my finger, but we're here, guys.
Mhm.
It's perfectly.
That one's definitely blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah. All the lights work besides the back. I'm going to have to get an extension. Got a little driver, little passenger. I plan to put a whole bunch of scale stuff. And yeah, this one was fun. What'd you say? Bajas.
Which ones? Traxxas?
Traxxas, baby. With the Flub RC MV23s. So the only weight I have is the brass inner rings up front and this diff cover and the trio knuckles. Even with the tire in the back, this thing's getting it, guys. It's crazy. So TRX 4M, Mark, soon to be on your list. That'll be dope. And let us know if you guys love yours. I love mine. This was a fun one. Let's see. And then coming in.
Is that the only one you have now? The other one's Kai's?
Yeah. The other one's Kai's. I am planning to want to get another one so I can go fast. Because those speed gears and those ring and pinion axles are calling my name. Something that, you know, you don't have to worry about the worm gears just crunching you up. And I actually saw when they first came out, the TRX 4Ms, I met up with Little Guy Racing and Acton Scale Trails. And Little Guy, he had his Defender set up with the speed gears. And on stock electronics, that thing was blazing around. It was already pre-runner style with the speed gears. It's super, super funny. So I can only imagine doing a sick one like for the tracks. Now that I got a crawl one with the low range, trust me, Mark, if you just grab the stock one, leave everything stock, all the electronics, and just swap the low range gears in, you'll be like, God damn, that's insane. You'll just have a big smile and you'll be like, I'm done modding it.
No, no weight mods or anything? No axle weight mods or anything like that?
Axle weight mods? Oh, from MEUS, dude.
Well, I mean, stock, when you had stock.
Well,
just the gears and that was it?
I do actually now have metal gears in the ring and pinions in both axles. And then I have the hardened drive shafts that I offer for the Traxxas.
Is that a front diff cover too, yeah?
Yeah, and the little plastic diff cover.
No, up front.
Oh, yeah, the diff cover.
Yeah, so true. Okay.
So everything's up front, all the weight went with the aluminum links. Just I like the look of the silver, the aluminum. But let's come back to the MEUS real quick for the TRX 4M. I don't know if they shared on their Instagram, but Facebook page, guys, they have been sharing a little bit more. And if you guys look at their Facebook page, they actually have a image of a TRX 4M axle, but it looks like to have a lay-down servo setup. So lay-down servo, guys, super sick. So basically the same thing that we see with our SCX24, servo on axle, lay-down servo, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be on the axle, so it'll be super low profile, better center of gravity. But I don't think it's for the stock TRX 4M because I don't think that would fit. So maybe, guys, they're up to something. That's all I can say from them. Take a look at their Facebook page and then probably add their Instagram page if you aren't yet, to keep up to date, see what they're up to. Crazy. So yeah, coming in real quick. Also, Flub, we forgot to mention TRX4M. Mark, now you got the LC80, you got other bodies to think about. You know, Flub, he even has the FJT with the hood
That's the
scoop.
the chop on that's so sick, dude.
Oh, right. The chop. I forgot it. I forgot it was even chopped, man.
Oh, it just looks
Lowered
so sick.
and stuff. But people have been wondering, yo, can we get this to fit on there? And you know, it would be kind of hard considering looking at the size, but he actually just did what we think he could do, and he's coming out with the revised, the remastered version, the Hilux for the TRX4M. So that one's also including a sick, you know, what do they call them? A hood scoop or cowl scoop, like super huge ones. So it's kind of like Hot Rod, but Toyota. So it's, dude, you can make some sick, like, barnyard fine build paint jobs with that body. And guys, perfect clearances. Pair it with the Flood Performance Kit. You get all the clearances. It just looks so badass, man. I think I might see. He wants me to build more TRX4Ms. I already got one right here. It took a while. I want to build a fast one, so maybe a pre-runner. Oh, and the back of the bed too, guys. On that Yoda, he actually has one open design, so it's actually kind of pre-runner design too. So I think that's a perfect segue to building a pre-runner TRX4M Toyota. What do you think about that? Would you do that? That'd be crazy. Let's see. DSM has something like that too. Oh, damn, they have a lay-down servo setup. That's cool.
Oh, you know what I never dug into today, Steve? That I thought was kind of funny. There's now a knockoff SCX24 on Amazon that someone shared with me.
SCX24 knockoff, you said?
Yeah, it's like $80, and it
No,
looked like I didn't dig into it, but it looks just like the Jeep.
Oh, man.
Like not branded. Yeah, axles look the same. Who knows? I mean, I didn't dig into it, but
yeah, we should check that out and maybe share it on our stories. But guys, if you have seen anything like that tonight, or maybe chime in if you've seen anything of like a SCX24 clone, shout it out, guys, because you know I wouldn't be surprised, especially nowadays. Everything in the world you can imagine almost is you can get from overseas or aftermarket. So I wouldn't be surprised at all to see a sick clone, but I wonder if it's still the same performance, you know, same quality. That's dope. And then coming to what Burner said in the chat, I did have it written down here. WT Micro. I think you saw that too on Instagram, right, Mark?
Yeah, I saw that too.
WT Micro, our homie on
Axial SCX23.
He is, right? Dude.
Funny, sorry.
No,
fucking Burner.
Oh, I see Burner over here. He's funny. WT Micro. If you guys don't know who WT Micro is, he is a homie that kills it also on the 3D printing. First started off with like offering sweet wheels, like really scale looking quality. The print on those wheels, I think most of them are glue-ons because, you know, I don't think you can make bead locks that style of designs, but they were looking good. I know LCBRC on Instagram, our buddy Sean, he's bought a couple of sets and painted them up. They look good. And he also offers them painted and stuff. You've seen some of those crazy designs. Like
my boy Kyle has some sets from him, dude. They look sick.
Yeah. So not only does he have sick wheel designs, guys, that he offers, but he's also offering a FJ45 body as well. And, you know, the quality on that looks pretty amazing too. Definitely looks cool for sure. Very model-esque more on that side. What would you say?
Yeah, I mean that's, yeah, I guess that's a good verbiage.
And you know,
Burner has another actual good point there that makes the wide island style rims too.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
he actually he's popular in Hawaii. He says that's dope. So I mean, that's always cool to see. You know, more and more bodies, guys. Just you can always get something different and set yourself apart from what your buddies are grabbing lately. And I think that's dope for sure. So we'll have to check out those and see some builds from whoever's going to grab a body from WT Micro. But shout out to you, homie. If you're watching WT Micro, definitely killing it also. So can't wait to see someone build some FJ45s from him. Let's see. Did we say? Oh yeah, we said the Mazz one. And next week, guys, we got a couple of stuff lined up for next week already. But the hard body crawler company, guys, they've been coming out with. If you guys can tell, look at Mark's screen down there. They've been coming out with some crazy accessories for that FJ40. If you haven't taken your FJ40 build to the limit, so damn, we got so many FJs on the show tonight to talk about. Love it.
Yeah.
Can never get enough.
Series, different years. Yeah.
So sick.
I love it.
But coming back to them, not only did they offer a sick ass model kit for the FJ40 with a whole bunch of details, little seats, steering wheels, lights. Here's like some of the side bench seats right here. But they've been coming out with accessories like front and rear bumpers and license plate holders and their bead locks, which is actually not even a bead lock, is it? Yeah, it is. 2-in-1 wheels. So I actually have a set right here, guys, and we could take a look at this, and we'll probably take a look at it again next week, along with all the additional parts that are coming. We'll take just a quick look, but as always with their products, the Hard Body Crawler Company, they offer amazing packaging, super user-friendly. You guys can scan this QR code to see all their products, take you right to the Amazon store, and check these guys out. Little babies. Here's the Holy Grail. Mark. Still have not set these up, but I can tell.
You get the hubs?
Insane. I think. Are these the hubs right here? So I think there's more stuff in here.
I don't know. I didn't think the rims came with the hubs. I thought you had some different hubs too.
Yeah, I think they have hubs separately. So I think I got them. I'm not sure. Hopefully they did. But hopefully I got them. I'll have to check. These guys, I haven't seen these, how they work in person yet. But here we go. Check them out. You know, tiny little hardware. Attention to detail and the beadlock rings and everything. These feel like aluminum rings. So maybe the Enduro ones will fit. But it looks like this is a tool to remove the outer face. We'll probably have to do that off camera, but underneath here is another style wheel, which is really cool, guys. So we'll definitely hop on in more, get more in depth. We got more parts coming this week, guys, from the Hard Body Crawler Company. And shout out if you guys got your parts coming through. You got your bead locks or bumpers. I know Hijinks RC here on Instagram, Trail Run RC, Yoshi, a whole bunch of homies, Stan. Everybody's got their little FJ 40 builds going out. So I'm wondering, are you guys taking it to the next level? And let's see, let's end the night with some questions, guys, or whatever everybody's saying. Burner in the house, blessing everybody.
Right. Thanks, Burner. Kyle.
Yeah. Thank you. Burner says, hey, fellas, thank you for the consistency with having Micro Monday every week. It's not easy, but you guys always hop on and drop knowledge. Appreciate you guys. And, you know, appreciate you and everybody who's tuning in, chilling, getting their wrench on, you know, vibing to jams or whatever. Anything you guys are doing to just tune in and catch up on what's going on in the little micro RC world, because it feels like one week it's, you know, a little slow. The next week you blink once or you miss one day and, you know, you miss all these drops and stuff. So we literally got so many drops tonight, guys. So it wouldn't be without you guys pretty much if it wasn't for the Micro Monday show, for everybody helping out, making products, innovating the game for the micros. We wouldn't be here, man. So keep grinding to everybody for sure, you know. We fictional lockers. Yeah, I think that's a fictional locker for sure on those wheels.
Well, that's the right word. I get it. That's funny, but
right.
They exist.
Yeah, right.
Non-functional. Maybe that's what you meant. Functional lockers.
I get you. I'm over here like, yeah. That sounds good to me. Let's see.
I'm not sure if that was a typo or not.
Right.
Yeah, we all need second jobs just to support this shit.
I know. Psycho 13 Garage. Everyone's overloaded with all the new stuff coming out.
Wasn't. That's fine.
Dude, that's so true, man. It's like everybody's probably just like, all right, enough, man. I need to just catch up. I've got builds on builds on builds.
Yo, you guys have no idea. We got, yeah, we're stacking shit left and right.
Oh, there's mini nationals coming next month, guys. So, shout out real quick if anyone knows where the mini nationals will be. But we'll get on like Brandon or probably Brandon 920 Crawlers. Can chat about the mini nationals coming out. Yeah. His road to mini nationals, guys. So I think he killed it last year. So let's see what he's got this year, and we'll definitely chill with him. Let's see. Great content, guys. Look at Casey Lazy's backlog, 6 to 7 builds. That's what I'm saying. Yasa's taking a break, going to 110 real quick. Man.
Don't take too long a break. You'll miss the whole fucking segment.
Oh, yeah. I think there's some crazy stuff. February is going to be even crazier. You guys thought January was cool? Dude, February has been coming out with extreme bangers. So if you guys are just joining or you guys want a quick recap before we head out, we'll just shout it out real quick. But NSDRC RS40, get that Nano winch, super powerful, super tiny, only weighs 10 grams, and, 2.7 seconds, it pulls about a foot, per foot. So isn't that crazy? To pull in a foot, at least 2.7 seconds, that's not bad. You're not going to be going like ape shit, like flying the little micro thing around. And then bullies, guys. Bullies. If you guys missed out on the carbon fiber bullies with the integrated nano winch mount, get them, guys, because not only is it up for pre-order, now you can pick the gloss purple or the gloss red carbon weave. You know, I'm thinking I'm going to grab the purple. What about you, Mark?
I'm really sad.
Purple or red?
I'll get one of those, bro.
Right?
Sure.
And then shout out to Mazz. We'll definitely check out that Mazz chassis again. I do have one on hand, guys, but it's an early version. Stay tuned this week. I'll share it on my stories and stuff like that. Mazz V2, though.
Early.
Yeah. Yes, thank you, Mazz, for letting us R&D it. Mazz V2 is live now. Go check it out. Go see what's new. MEUS Racing, that LCG chassis, that thing's crazy, man. $35. Crazy little combo.
I'm intrigued by that.
Go check out that one. Killer chassis with the new updated Spectre skid. I think I might want to try one of those for sure, because I actually am missing a skid from him, because I'm actually using one on my MEUS one. So perfect reason to grab a V2 skid. Check it out. And get my carbon Spectre built up too. So, you know, much love, Killer Chassis. Stay tuned. I wonder what else is coming from him. A lot of V2s. Flub RC, that remastered Hilux, guys. If you guys there's V28s from the Trenchers and the TSLs. The Bajas, I believe, are V3s. And, dude, FJTs are printing like crazy, I hear. So, dude, there's so much stuff, guys. We are good. Let's see. Does the Killer Skid fit a bully? It does. Essentially, they're the same. I believe a bully skids perhaps might go under a revamp as well. But you did not hear that from me. Anyways, we'll more on that later too. You guys, much love, and it does fit. Appreciate everybody joining. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Send me any DMs with any questions, same as send a DM to Dirt McGurk. We will probably get half a low on pretty soon, maybe next week. You know, he's always busy, but when he comes on, it's a banger of a show. And stay tuned next week, the Hard Body Crawler Co. and Mazz full in-depth. Hey, much love again, Mark. And appreciate everybody staying in for the long run.
Right.
You guys have a great night. Peace. Woo.